I'm engaging with a language I don't speak, and also with the language I'm not able to read myself. So I have to rely on translation by other people. I have to rely on people like you talking about things. So um, it's a very interesting way of engaging with something if you do have no proper knowledge about it. So you can either decide to stay away from it and say, okay, I cannot work with this because I can't say anything because I don't know enough, or you just play and make mistakes and find out what happens, and then people can tell you, oh, this is very odd, this is very wrong. Or
But then from outside you have a different perspective.
Yeah, maybe.
And maybe you can see things that if you get like us, if you get used to it, you won't see it that way.
This is often what happens when people from outside of Western become artists, come to Austria, for example, to stay there and do pieces. Then they will sometimes pick up on something in everyday life that we have become used to very much, to see this. But then they are very fascinated with some detail, maybe, and work on this. And
Yeah, I mean, an example would be this musician or poet. I don't know, but this guy's very famous and he writes a lot of songs. Composer, and he's from Taiwan, and the written language is different because they write in the traditional way, so it's traditional Chinese, and we have simplified Chinese here.
Yeah.
And the first time he saw the character dream, it's made out of a forest, and then the top part means forest, the dream, his character, and the bottom part means sunset. And at that moment he saw that, because it's different in traditional Chinese and completely different. So it's not the forest in traditional way, and no, it's a different character. And he saw that, wow, that's really, really interesting character, dream, forest and sunset. It's very dreamy, yes, and he used it as his, how do you say that? Well, he published a lot of work with that name, just broken, he broke down this character, so it's forest and then sunset. And that's what he used, and a lot of people don't know that, and just think, hey, that's a very interesting name. So because we see this character every day, the dream character, so no, I don't think anyone of my friends noticed this really interesting character.
Yeah.
So I guess from outside they see things differently. Pick up things.
Yeah. So the last thing I won't show you this because it's not finished. But maybe I can tell about is I got really interested in phenomenon of cosplay, and we already talked about this today. There's also quite famous artist, obviously Zhao Fei. She's worked with this too, with cosplayers, for the people who wear costumes of different animation series and so on, and make their own costumes. But I got very interested in this, and then I went to Chongqing and I worked with a group of cosplayers who make their own costumes based on computer games. So for me, this again connects back to my interest in game universes and kind of game environment. Because now, in some sense, there's people who want to take the images from the game or what they represent in the game and embody that in real life. So they really sit down and build the costumes based on the avatar in the game. And also, again, it's something that is a global phenomenon in a way, because people in the US do it, people in Japan do it where it started, maybe people in China are very interested in doing this, and more people in Europe also pick up on it. And And also culturally it's a similar phenomenon because there is one kind of narrative which might be a game or a book or something, and then many other people worldwide pick up on this, make it their own, and in some sense, because they are fans of it or something, feedback into this. So I think for me this is very, very interesting because it's a very different type of culture if you compare it to fine art in a way, or maybe certain type of fine art where you have one producer or maybe a group of producers and they make it for an audience and there's a separation between the audience and the people who make it, and also it's supposed to be better than the kind of, you know, this whole divide between high and low culture that a lot of modern fine art played with, like you know, if you consider pop art, for example, this is probably the first really famous phenomenon when fine art picks up popular culture and introduces that into the smaller realm of fine art. And so for me this is a very interesting phenomenon. I try to capture some glimpse of this and also research it in some way, also write a text about this maybe, to understand better what this means for how people live culture, you know, rather than consume it, but live it, change it, and also make it. Yeah, so this is something I'm working on at the moment. I made some interviews again with these people to ask them how they organize, the way they work together, and which characters they choose, why they do that, how long they've been doing it, all kinds of details about how they make their costumes, which quite often are really like sculptures. If you think like big, also this starting big robot costumes, they are like, you know, sculptures made from plastic and very intricate sculpting. You need a lot of skill to produce even. So yeah, I'm very interested in that. Yeah. So maybe I should show you one final piece, which is a very simple piece, maybe also a very short video piece, which in some sense deals with, but you will see that, I won't say more to it, with conceptions of nature-culture divide, maybe. And maybe also tell you the title, which is, it's called The Reaper. And Reaper, or Grim Reaper, as you might be aware, is the person who cuts the grass, you know, but also it's a synonym for death. So the Grim Reaper is, in medieval times in Europe, the person who cuts people's lives away. I want to show you this.